Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gothic Ministry. I'm your host, the Minister. And there are those who try the very best and the hardest just to belittle the messianicship of Yeshua. They try to make Yeshua out to not be a Messiah at all. And for any kind of credit they give to him, they make him out to be a false Messiah, as if he was not the Messiah at all. So let's go ahead and expose these lies of devil's doctrines and replace them with the truths of God's gospel. So, and to let them know and to let everybody else know who is being lied to that Yeshua is not the Messiah, and tell them the truth that yes, indeed, Yeshua is the Messiah. You're not waiting for another Messiah. There's not another Messiah that's going to come down here and say, hey, by the way, I'm here to do everything at one time. Oh yeah, let's rock, baby. No, that's completely false. So, there's nowhere in Scripture where there's going to be any kind of Messiah that's going to be coming and doing everything all at one time. That's preposterous. That's absolutely ridiculous. There is no such thing as that in Scripture. So, you just have to throw that doctrine out the window because there's no such thing as a one-time thing and done. So, for everyone that wants that, you need to look into another universe and travel dimensions into where the Scripture actually does say that, because nowhere in this dimension, in this universe, that the Scripture says that. And if there is a Scripture that says it's going to be a one-time thing, period, and that's going to be all there is to it, then I would love for you to actually point blank show that Scripture. And don't beat around the bush around it. So just put the Scripture out and let's see it. If not, then quit lying to the people. So, now let's talk about the truth. Is Yeshua the Messiah or is he not the Messiah? And did Yeshua himself claim to be the Messiah, or did he himself deny it or debunk it? Only one or the other is going to happen. So let's see. For those who teach that Messiah is not Yeshua, and they wait for the quote-unquote alleged so-called true Messiah, end quote, I'm going to quote you the scriptures that show the Messiah, end quote. So first, we're going to go ahead and go into 1 John chapter 2, because this is talking about those who deny that Yeshua is the Messiah. So to every single rabbi, to every single minister, and to every single imam that like to deny the messianicship of Yeshua, this is to all of you a direct message from God to you. We're first going to go to 1 John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2, verse 22. Who is a liar, but he that denieth that Yeshua is the Messiah? Boom! Shakalaka. And my way, drop the pin. He is Antichrist, that denieth the Father and the Son. Boom! There you go. So, I'm going to read that again. 1 John chapter 2, verse 22. To every single rabbi and every single minister and every single imam that likes to deny that Yeshua is the Messiah, the true and only Messiah. Who is a liar, but he that denieth that Yeshua is HaMashiach? He is Antichrist, that denieth the Father and the Son. So every single rabbi and every single minister and every single imam that denies that Yeshua is indeed Mashiach, then they are not only liars, but they are also Antichrist. So now you know them by their fruit, and they openly say it as well. So this is not to say that every quote-unquote so-called rabbi, end quote, is this way. And it's not to say that every minister is this way, not every imam is this way, because there are those who do claim that Yeshua is indeed the Mashiach. To them I commend, but to those who deny the Mashiach is Yeshua, now those I do not commend, but those I openly rebuke. So, Yeshua is indeed Mashiach. So for those who deny that Yeshua is Messiah, then they are lying, they are liars, and they are Antichrist. And then let's go ahead and go to 1 John chapter 4 as well. 1 John chapter 4 verses 1 through 3. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Yeshua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yeshua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. So, again, for everyone that says that Yeshua is not the Messiah, they are liars and they are Antichrist. And for all of them who say that they're waiting for a quote-unquote true Messiah, end quote, according to them, that the true Messiah has not yet come to the world and they're still waiting for his alleged first return, that means they are also Antichrist. Every spirit that confesseth not that Yeshua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist. So there you go. So for every rabbi, for every minister, and every imam that denies that Yeshua is Mashiach, and also denies the Father and the Son, and denies that Yeshua has come in the flesh, are all Antichrists. So there you go. Now you know them by their fruit. So you know the ministers who are used by these devils, and also you know who the devils are. So these are devils of Antichrist. So, on to the second part of this. Did Yeshua himself agree with or even proclaim himself to be the Messiah? Well, let's go ahead and check this out in Matthew chapter 16, verse 16. Matthew 16, verse 16. And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And to this answer, Yeshua gave absolutely no rebuttal. He gave absolutely no denial of it. And he said nothing of saying he is not. He accepted it all. So he accepted the answer that he is indeed the Christ, the Mashiach, and the Son of the living God. So he is the Son of God. What was Yeshua's own answer? Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, which means Simon son of Jonah. For flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. John chapter 11. Verse 27. And this is talking about Martha and Yeshua. John chapter 11, verse 27. And she saith unto him, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ. Christ is the Greek translation of the word Christos, where we get the word Christos from, which translates into English as Christ, the Son of God, which had come into the world. So she, not only does Peter say it, but also Martha says it. She says, Yes, thou art the Christ, thou art the Mashiach, and the Son of God. And Yeshua does not rebuke it. He does not rebuttal it. He does not say, No, I'm not. And this is by the people. Now let's go to Luke. Luke chapter 22, verse 67. And it is said, let's go to Luke chapter 22, verse 67. This is being asked by the elders and the priests and the scribes in a council, asking Christ, a very specific question. They ask, Art thou the Christ? Tell us. And he said unto them, If I tell you, you would not believe. What does that sound like? That sounds like basically the majority of Judaism today. If Christ was here and to tell them that, then they would still not believe him just because they just don't want to believe. They have a hard time believing in truth. So, and then let's go to John chapter 4. John chapter 4, verse 25 26. The woman saith unto him, I know that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. Messiah is the English translation of the Hebrew word Mashiach. Christ is the Greek translation of the word Christus. So you got the Hebrew version, Messiah, or Mashiach, and then a Greek version, Christus, or Christ. And she's saying to Messiah, the woman saith unto him, I know that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. When he is come, he will tell us all things. Now, this is one of those chances, and he had multiple chances. Yeshua, if he was not the Messiah, should have said that he is not the Messiah. What is his direct answer? Yeshua said unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. Drop the pen. Yeshua said it for himself in his own words. Yeshua said unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. So in other words, he said he's the Messiah. Next, we'll go to Dan chapter 9. Dan chapter 9, verse 25 and 26. And this is where we get it from. Know ye therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, as the Hebrew translation into English, Messiah, Mashiach, to restore and to build Jerusalem unto Mashiach, the Prince, capital letter P, shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall, even in troublous times. And also verse 26. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah, or Mashiach, be cut off, but not for himself. So there you go. And that's the only part in the Old Testament where it literally states the Hebrew word translated into English, Messiah. Now, there's multiple parts where it says the anointed one was part of what Messiah is and means, but is not the full context of the meaning of the word. But this here is just to show you in point blank plainness of text of where Messiah is. It means Yeshua is Messiah. Yeshua is the Christ. Yeshua is Mashiach. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate the love and support, and as always, love and peace. Till next we meet.